Hi there YouTube, Extreme Trains here. If you have been watching the AEG reviews on my channel, you know I took a look at the Percy's Passenger Run set, and the review will be linked up there in the corner, and also in the description, and I really quite liked it. I was quite impressed with the value proposition as well as the unique Percy, and as I think I foreshadowed in that video, there were a couple of different options, and after seeing the face that comes on the Diesel in this set, which is Diesel's Super Loop Adventure, look at that face, look at it. I couldn't help myself but pick it up too. So in this video, we're going to be reviewing this push-along set. What are we waiting for? Let's do it. Okay, so here is the packaging for Diesel's Super Loop Adventure. You can see we've got that classic packaging on the front. Again, very excited for that face. Same as the Percy set, we've got this on the top here. If our camera wants to focus, that would be really good. Come around onto the back and you can see picture of the loop, got all this track here. Again, noting that we get quite a lot of switches in this set. We get 1, 2, so 2 of the Y switches, and also this switch as well, which is exciting. Lots of text. I think it's weird again how small they've made the picture of Diesel's face. That to me is like an interesting choice. If I was going to advertise this, I'd want that to be nice and big. We can see the cargo function. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to see. Here we've got the cool little Thomas barcode that I love quite a lot, and then we've just got the pictures on the side as per the other packages. So let's crack them open. Right, before we look at the track set itself, let's have a look at the engine-related components. So the first thing we get here is a currently exclusive push-along Diesel, and let's have a look at that face. Yeah, now that is a nice Diesel face. Let's just do a comparison to the classic one at the back here. Both the same on the bottom. Yep, that is 100% the Diesel face that I want to have on my display. It's much more evil, it's cunning. This is a Diesel making a plan. Again, though, look at the eyes, looking towards that same side every time. Otherwise, all the other printing is the same. You can see there's a weird scratch on mine, right there. Unfortunate. Straight out of the packaging. Otherwise, it's the same. So my same reservations about, you know, the weird choice of the purple, which is not this obvious on the show model, and also the way that they've done the kind of different colors that make him look like he's kind of got ears here instead of ladders. But anyway, the face is excellent. In terms of other rolling stock, you just get one of these normal Trackmaster 2 boring old wagons, which have the same issue that the coach had in that they look kind of ridiculous, but this is also often how big the trucks are in the show as far as the troublesome trucks. So you know what? That's probably fine. Weirdly, you get 2 pieces of this cargo, which is done in this like flecked plastic, just a hollow piece. Not very exciting, but it does fit in the truck and relatively snugly too. Yeah, so you really need to like get him out. But yeah, I don't know why you get 2, but I guess if you are a collector of these, they make decent kind of trackside set dressing, so you will like that. All right, that's enough about the engine and the this carriage. Let's have a look at the set itself. Okay, so you can see here, this is the completed set. I will note that it does have quite a few specialized rising pieces. So it's got 4 of these, and only you've got 3 pieces of your normal flat curved track. And then you've got 1 normal switch and you've got 2 of these Y switches. So there is not as much, you know, maybe useful track as there is in the Percy set. But if we quickly come over to the Percy set here, you can see that this one has a lot larger footprint than the Percy set does. So, yep, something to note. All right, so if we have a look at how this plays, obviously you kind of got 2 options. So you can take Diesel up here and, make sure you got the point switch. You can either do this loop, you can see Diesel happily rolls down, or we can push him this way. Oh, he's not gonna go for me. Yeah, and go this way, and then you can see we've got the little bumper dead end siding here, or we can switch the track and go around this way and come around like this. So I think this is a fine playset. I think there's a nice amount of options in terms of you can do this loop, you can do this loop, you can kind of go backwards and forwards. There's a decent amount of, you know, switching required if you want to do that, but I think that's fine. I think that's good for kind of interactivity and for play value. So overall, I think this is a pretty playable set. I guess the only thing I don't really understand is where the wagons, like the goods are supposed to go. Like Percy set had a station and passenger carriage. That makes sense. This one, I think, rather than having this weird leaf tunnel, would have made more sense to have a goods platform or McCall's farm or something, because it really just feels like, what's the point? Like, what's the story that this set is encouraging kids to tell, or at least giving them the inspiration to tell? Whereas this, you know, like that box is just sitting there on the ground. So I think that's a missed storytelling opportunity. What I'm going to do now is try and combine it with the Percy set, given that's kind of the point of those little connectors. And let's see what the combined set looks like. Oh, okay, so I did manage to combine the sets together, but holy Moses, trying to get these pieces off was really hard. They really didn't want to come off. You can see this one has already got stress marks. All right, I'll show you there, the stress marks on the plastic from, you know, they just didn't want to come apart. And part of the reason is because when you try and pull these off, you actually pull on this section here. So you're pulling not from where the actual connector piece is, and I think that's why they don't come off. So yeah, just a warning, these pieces are very hard to detach, and it was on both of mine, so I don't think it was like a tolerance thing just from one of them. That said, we can now have a look at the complete set. And to me, this is looking pretty cool. If I was a kid and I had these two loops, I think I'd be pretty happy. You do, I think, get quite a lot of storytelling opportunity. There's lots of things you can do. You know, you've kind of got a siding on this one, and you can kind of go for an adventure and come back to the station. That's really cool. I really think these go quite well together. I guess the only thing to note is you can't really combine more than two sets. I know most of these sets have a little point like this, but obviously once you combine two, you're kind of out of options. But I think this would be a great way to start someone with these, with Thomas and Friends, just to get two of these sets. You get two different characters. If you get these two sets specifically, you get a passenger carriage and you get a freight wagon. Yeah, I really think this is a quite good combo, and especially for the price. These sets are selling for $19 in Australia, which is pretty good given the engine itself sells for about $5 or $6. I think this is pretty good value in terms of the amount of stuff you get and also the play opportunities. And so you can spend less than $40 and you can have this really nice big set, which, you know, two kids could play with together. Yeah, I really like it. I think this is really cool. And I think I was skeptical on the way they were going to join together, but now that I've done it, I think it creates a really visually interesting looking layout. It's not just a loop. It's kind of got a loop going off on one angle and loops going on the other. Yeah, I think it looks really, really cool. So the diesel super loop gets a tick from me. I really like the diesel inside of it. I really like the set. I think it's probably not as much my favorite as the Percy set. You know, which is, although a bit more boring, I think the Percy is excellent. I think the play value of the coach is much better. And I think the storytelling of the set makes more sense. But that said, I think if you want the diesel in this set, I don't think you will feel too bad paying the full price for this set, because you do get a lot of cool stuff that you can use. Obviously with the disclaimer that, you know, the track is funny color and a lot of them are these specialized ramp pieces. But otherwise, thanks for watching this review of Diesel's Super Loop Adventure. That's all we've got time for. This is Extreme Trains.